What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Tank Choppin coming at y'all with another product review. Today's video we're gonna be reviewing the cordless wall detailers. Let's get it. Alright guys, so if you've watched some of my videos, if you watched some of the past videos, you see that I actually did an unboxing of this clipper or this trimmer right here. I got it about 3 weeks ago and I've been using it ever since. I have used it all day and there's some days where I alternate between this one and my other trimmers, so I have a pretty good way of basically comparing it with my other machines. And I'm gonna give you a full review on this machine and let y'all know exactly what I think about it personally. Alright guys, so this is the machine right here. The cordless detailer. All in all, I would say it's a good machine. When it comes to the way it looks pretty cool. Like, it may not look as cool as the Babyliss trimmers or the Gamma trimmers, but I like it. Granted, I wish it was skeleton. You know, it had a little skeleton effect on it. It's not, but that's not a big con. Like, I ain't even tripping on that. It's still a good trimmer. It looks really similar to the OG one, you know, the one that comes out with the cord. They do have it corded with the black and silver and then the maroon and silver. Me personally, I like this one. I think it gives it a little different look and I think it looks nice. So it stayed pretty true to the build of that machine with the cordless edition. So off the bat, you know, I don't feel that it's too heavy. I do like that it fits in your hand pretty good. You know, it's not too big, not too small. It's a good mixture of just, you know, length and width. You know, it's not too fat, not too long, not too skinny, not too short. You know, I think it's a good mixture of everything. It's the weight-wise, the weight is distributed pretty good on it. When it comes to the blade, it is a T-blade. So, you know, I'm sure 90% of barbers use T-blades now. I'm not even sure if they even still sell the regular blades, the regular squared blades. I haven't used that since 2006, 2007. I'm all about that T-blade now. Like I said, I wish it was skeleton. It's not, but you know, that's cool. It's not a con really, you know, it still works good. So this clipper does come with a charging dock and I think that's a plus from the go. When you're not using it, you can set it on the charger and it's gonna stay charged basically all day. It actually charged pretty quickly. I think the first time I put it on the charger, it charged within like 30 minutes and it was fully charged, and I used it for that whole day and it lasted me about, I want to say it lasted me about 7-8 haircuts. Granted, you don't use this for the whole time you're cutting hair, so it's gonna last you a good amount of time. Now the way I use it is when I'm using it, obviously it's not charging, right? But when I'm done with it, I set it right back on the dock and I let it charge, so it never really dies on me. So I think that's a plus. Just the fact that it has that charging dock, I think that's a plus. Balding wise, it feels like it doesn't cut that good. It feels like it's not that strong. But it actually is. Like, it actually balls the hair out pretty good. It doesn't leave patches of hair and it doesn't get clogged. That's one big thing that I have issues with on my Andis T outliner. For some reason, sometimes it gets clogged up with thicker hair. I haven't had that issue with this one just yet. I have used it for about 3 weeks or so, and like, so far it's been great for me. But y'all know how it is when you get a new clipper. It works really well for a good amount of time, and then it starts sucking eventually, you know what I'm saying? But hopefully these don't do that. So far, like I said, as far as balding, it balds really well. It doesn't get it as short. I guess maybe you can zero gap these. I didn't zero gap them. I pulled it straight out the box and I use it. Reason why I didn't zero gap them is because I really wanted these for basically to use on kids, you know, but I ended up using them on everybody. So that's one reason why I didn't zero gap these. However, they do bald really well. When it comes to edging up, it doesn't get it as short as some of my other trimmers do, but it gets it sharp, if that makes sense. So like one tap, just boom, and guess what? The hair's gone. You know what I'm saying? It's a straight line. I don't have to worry about keep going over it so much to make that line look crisp. Now, like I said, it doesn't get it as short as my other trimmers, but I'm gonna go over that with the razor anyway, so I'm not really too worried about that. I'm worried if this cuts hair good or not. And when it comes to wet hair or dry hair, it cuts both pretty good. I know some trimmers only work good when they cut dry hair, but you know, sometimes we cut the top first and the hair's still a little damp and we decide to edge it up or, you know, do that little curve. You know, they're wet right here a little bit. These work good with wet or dry hair, so that's obviously a plus. I feel that this blade is a little thicker than my other trimmer blades, but that still doesn't seem to be an issue when it comes to using it. You know, like it just works really well. I thought I was gonna make the length longer, but it looks like it's pretty average for your trimmer that you don't zero gap. I may zero gap these later. if I feel like if I just get bored of them, I guess. But as of right now, I don't feel there's no reason to zero gap them. They work good as is. They bald really well. They edge up nice. When it comes to taking off the bulk from the beard, they do really well. And I don't feel that they pull or snag. Like so far, they haven't done that for me, and that's one big thing. Sometimes you're moving so fast, and I've used other trimmers, and sometimes I'm moving so quick, and sometimes it'll catch a hair in the tooth or whatever. I don't know really the reason behind it, but sometimes they'll catch something and they'll pull or it'll snag the hair out. And these so far, they haven't done that. So that's another plus on these. They may not be like the coolest looking trimmer out right now. You know, I know there's some trimmers that look better than this, but for a trimmer with this price, this is probably the best one to go with. The reason why I say that, I think I got this one for like 80, 90 bucks, and my other trimmers that I bought that were wireless were like almost 150 or so, you know, 150, 160, 130, somewhere around there. So this is like a fraction of that. This is like 90 bucks compared to that, so that's a steal. I do feel that these feel a little, I guess I can't find another word for it, but I guess you can say that these are maybe not made as well, you know, not as expensively made. They feel like, you know, obviously they're plastic, so they don't feel as up to par with some of the other trimmers that I have, but they still work good. You know, the motor in them is really well. They're not too loud as of right now. So that's them on right there. And you see I got that blue light right there. You know, they're not too loud, and that's always a plus, man. With my clippers, when they're quiet, I just like to use them longer and more. And then when they cut the hair, they do make that nice crunch sound when you cut hair, when you're balding. Even when you're edging up, you can hear what you're doing. And for me, I think that's a plus. I'm a barber that I have to hear what I'm doing also. So everyone's like, well, you don't got to hear it, you can see it. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess that makes sense. But sometimes when it comes to detailing and you're using the corners of this and you're blending and you can hear it cutting, and sometimes you may not be able to see it visually, but you can hear it, you know, it's working. So that's a plus when it comes to these. They stay quiet, but they're good enough to where you can hear the hair being cut. So I like that. I use these a lot throughout my day now. If y'all follow me on Instagram, y'all know that I use a bunch of clippers. I have a setup full of clippers and trimmers, but right now these are probably one of my go-tos that I use for lining and balding. I do use other tools when it comes to balding sometimes. I don't really like stick to one right now. I'm just going through all my clippers, and I think that's just because I want to keep it fresh, you know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to do the same exact thing with the same exact trimmer and clipper so much, but that's just me. I know some barbers do the same thing over and over and over, and that's what works for you, that's good, but I just like to basically I feel like I'm improving every time I use a different tool. So like I said, if you're looking for a good trimmer, a good wireless trimmer, and you don't want to spend the 150, the 160 on some of the other ones, I think this would be a good option. You know, it's not too expensive. It's pretty lightweight. It's not too heavy, and the switch is right here on the side. It's really easy to turn on and off when using your hand. It's a T-blade, so that's a plus. It's easy to get behind the ear. I do wish it was skeleton. It's not, but that, like I said, that's not a con. It is what it is. So that's okay, it's not a big deal. It stays charged pretty well. It comes with a charging dock, so that's a plus. And it also comes with guards. I don't know what I did with them. I never use guards on my trimmers. But for someone who's using it for home use, if you wanted to trim the beard down, that's a plus on that also, right? For me, I don't use it for that, so I'm not even worried about that. But all in all, yeah, it's a good trimmer, man. So if y'all looking for a good trimmer and y'all want to spend the money on more expensive ones, this one right here will probably be a good go-to. So y'all check it out one last time. That's the trimmer right there. It's nicely designed. It's nice. It fits in your hand well. It's lightweight. Other than that, I really don't have nothing else to say about these trimmers. There's really not too much you can say about them. So if you have any questions, make sure y'all leave them in the comments below. Any comments, even if it's not about this trimmer, if it's about any trimmer or any clipper or any barbering, anything about barbering, y'all can make sure y'all leave them under any of my videos in the comment section. I respond to all of my comments. Y'all make sure that if y'all have a question to ask, and I'll get to it as soon as I can. New videos coming soon. I'm trying to post weekly, sometimes even daily content. Sometimes the daily content is a little difficult with my life right now, but I'm trying for y'all guys. You know, I hope y'all appreciate it. Make sure y'all like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already subscribed. And I keep saying that because I'm looking at my analytics sometimes, and it says I have like all these views and only like 10% of them are coming from my subscribers. So if you aren't subscribed, please do me that big favor and subscribe to my videos, guys. I'd greatly appreciate it. Other than that, guys, I'll see you on the next video. Appreciate it, YouTube. You.